Hi and welcome to our channel. I'm Priyanka
I'm Payal.
and we're back to do a roundup from all the sightings that we saw on the blog.
I know we've been missing for 2 weeks, so we're going to try to catch up this time and cover almost
A
each and every
wide
one.
range of
Yeah,
people.
variety.
So let's start off with one of our favorite things to do, which is talk about people in saris.
Yep. So we recently saw Vidya in her
Pero.
Pero printed one, with had like a checkered underlining sort of thing. Very pretty. I do have to point out, I know I picked on the blouse and like how fitted it is, and so all we are trying to say is that I don't have very thin arms either.
Yeah.
But so there's always different blouses to try.
Hey,
like
I am not very thin at all, so I just don't think there's anything wrong in experimentation. Like
Right. So like something boxy or a loose fit. Like
Yeah.
I have Anna Villa boxy loose fit blouse, and it works perfectly as well. So the whole point is experiment.
Yeah.
But okay, if you don't want to, that's fine too.
Yeah, and before you take on the comments, also I have to mention that just because you're not that Vidya by any stretch of imagination is plus sized, but if I'm talking about myself, like the temptation is to go with the loose, but I feel like there's nothing wrong with wearing fitted either. It's just what works in that setup. And if you wear the same thing every single day, you can't blame us for having a
I
certain
get bored.
fatigue set in.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like I'm surprised people don't get bored. So the whole
Yeah.
point is just to say like she is trying, anarkalis and shararas. So
Yeah.
why not also go on with the blouse? So,
Exactly.
But she was still pretty, looked great, and as she does with all her sari looks.
Sure thing. And speaking of pretty and great, can we just for a moment talk about Maria?
Oh
in her
man, she looks so
kalamkari sari?
gorgeous, and that is on one of my must scoop up item for next of my sari collections.
Yeah, maybe when I'm in India next, I can pick up one for you.
Yeah, sure. My birthday is in June.
Oh, I didn't say I was going to gift it to
Bummer.
you.
I can't drop an entire
I need spending allowance.
More obvious. Speaking of saris, also worth mentioning were Ritu Varma and Anu Emmanuel from Z Apsara Awards. I love that they picked like this traditional. I think Ritu picked a more traditional silk, and Anu went with like this light cotton. But the way they wore it, it was just such a. Sometimes it just feels like such a breath of fresh air that you're like, ooh, you see all these bling stuff, and which is nice. But sometimes like you love seeing that sari.
It's always nice to see, especially on a red carpet. Speaking of red carpets, there was this recent award situation where Jacqueline looked amazing in her
In the
Gauri
white.
and Nenika.
I have to admit that that striped pattern obviously reminds me of a tablecloth, and so it was sort of like a put off at first, but I
Yeah.
think Jacqueline just looks so good in it. The hairdo, the Jimmy Choo floral sandals, just perfect pieces to put together with the ruffled gown. She
I think
looked
the
great. She
styling
looked
makes
great.
such a
Yeah,
difference.
finishing touches are so
Yeah.
important. You can't just like wear a gown and be like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, and that's what helped Malaika, right? In that very
Oh.
molten red metallic
Love it.
gown that she wore, which was amazing because just the way her hair was styled, the makeup, everything was just so bang on.
Yep.
That she looked fantastic. Like I think it was one of my better sightings of the week, I have to say.
I know. I almost feel like it was a tie between the two. Like them both. Both stood out on the red carpet, and Malaika especially, because sometimes with that molten color, you want like that dark lip, like sort of like
Yeah.
shade that you're wearing right now. But like I think it worked as well without like going sort of nude on the lips. She looked really good, and the hair was simple.
It worked. Speaking of hair, I like how we're progressing in ways that kind of help us tie to the next thing.
Yeah, I know.
Oh no, not scripted at all.
We're just good at it.
So yeah, but Deepika, you had a big problem with center parted hairdo, didn't you?
I do. It's not. I don't know. It's just I find it too severe. I don't like it on her.
Yeah.
Somehow. It's just my preference. My preference, not everybody. My preference.
I loved that look. I know the one that you're talking about. It was at the Ambani
Ambani,
bash, where
bash
she
for
had
the
the very
Mumbai Indians, yeah.
Edwardian Dolce and Gabbana top, the high-waisted Balenciaga pants and the Gucci pumps, the Tom Ford clutch. I know what you're thinking, like, oh my
Too
god,
much black
like,
and white.
no, and brands like stop with the label, but
So ignore the labels. Overall, the outfit was crisp, very good. For
Yeah.
me, I didn't like the hairdo, but outfit was not so
I
bad.
really liked it. To me, there was a very Italian aesthetic, like, I don't know, just very striking and like no nonsense, dramatic look, which
Right. But see,
I liked.
I prefer Deepika when she's more laid back, and which is why I loved the Sabia outing where she wore the Udaipur collection hand painted anarkali, and her hair was like, makeup was laid back, and like the hair wasn't just the middle parted, sleek, straight thing. For me, that worked, and the tiny bindi, so I prefer that one way more of
She
her
looked good in
sightings.
that too. So
Yep.
yeah, it's a toss up between the two. Lately the person who's like really got her game
up.
together is Ravina. Like,
Yes.
she's been like on a roll lately, which props to her. I especially liked her appearance in the jade navy.
The blue,
sorry,
yeah.
the jade navy suit. Look, she's getting me all choked up.
Thoda pani pi lo.
But she looked so good in it.
Yeah, I think she's figured out that needs to like change up her makeup routine
Yeah.
and just a little bit, just a tad bit, and like up the ante big time.
She
So
looked
she's
great.
delivering some solid winner after winners.
That's true. Ravina has been having a great run, but the one person who's not been having as much of a stellar time is Shreya. Her recent appearance in that very gold lame gown.
From the Z Apsara Awards has to be our poor choice of the weeks,
Sartorial
weeks, yeah.
choice,
We don't
whatever.
wanna say worst dress because everybody has a high and a low, so
Yeah.
it changes every now and then.
Yeah.
So I think it was just like a very weird.
It was just not her best moment. That's all.
I thought the pick was weird. Like you have so many options from that Russian label Valentine, what is it, Yudashkin? And I went through the Instagram profiles. I was surprised by that lame choice.
Yeah.
It was
I just feel
weird.
like sometimes what might look good to them at that moment doesn't translate well on the red carpet. Like in theory, gold on any of our Indian skin tones works magically, but that one didn't. So it was a bit of a miss.
Better luck next time. I'm sure you're gonna get a winner.
But you know how like some people like just make it work no matter what, like Nimrat in that Babita Malkani, that mustard jumpsuit. Like you would think a mustard jumpsuit just does not sound right.
Yeah.
But she made it work and she looked so good.
Yeah, the
in
red
it.
lips and the top bun, they were
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
And it was just so nice to see her after so long. We don't see a lot of her, so Nimrat, please come back.
I know.
But I think we will because her movie, I think, will be coming out soon.
Oh yay. So another person who makes it work is Shraddha. She just has this thing about her, very clean, minimalist, like pared down, which works in her favor. She pulls off a
Has
lot
that-
of stuff that
Yeah. But I mean, did you like that Fendi on her though? No, I mean,
there's a
didn't
lot
even-
I like about Fendi, but
yeah,
that
but
dress
not
wasn't
that
one
dress.
of
It was
them.
just like, what? It's a Fendi?
Yeah.
Weird.
It looked like very those old school, those BB dresses that used to come out in summertime. Don't
Yeah.
hate us, Fendi. We love you, but
Don't hate us, BB. We love you too.
It just was one of those,
One
clothes.
of those weird, like,
Yeah.
didn't stand out, basically. So Frida was promoting a gorilla all of last week in New York, in London, and we missed a few of her London appearances, which we'll catch up on. But I have to point out her actress striped dress. I am a sucker for black, white, and red. I'm sure you agree.
Yeah.
It's always just such a classic combo, but I think that striped dress just was so just packed a punch. So that was one of my favorite standouts of like the last 2 weeks.
Her promo tour. I loved her in Temperley. Like with jacket, without jacket, I'll take it all.
With
But I
jacket
know
for
you
me.
like
With
with
jacket,
jacket
yeah.
more. I thought that was such a striking
premiere,
look.
yeah.
She looked great. Also, can we talk about Priyanka Chopra in the bomber?
Yes, please. Can we talk
Holy
Priyanka Chopra period?
crapioli.
Yeah, she looked great in that asymmetrical skirt
hot,
and
like,
like
so
the
hot.
toned down lips. Normally she does that bold lip, but she toned it down, which looked great. And I love that the red of the cutout booties that she paired with the separates.
Like
she
just
looked
that
really,
subtle,
really good.
like,
Yeah,
look at
subtle
me.
touch of color.
Yeah, I loved it. Like even her hair, oh, everything was so spot on.
We are
I
drinking
just-
the Priyanka juice apparently now. Yeah.
Clearly.
Continuing.
So speaking of what I thought was hot and well done was Alia in her sabya. I really liked her in the gold sparkly sharara. I know you weren't as smitten by it, but I just thought it was such a refreshing change of pace. She looked really good in it. But yeah, I know it was a little like too one-toned for you, but
More than
I'm trying
one.
very hard to convince her to bring her over to my side.
It was, I don't know, I feel like, I mean, she looked great neck up, but I think the Sharara, or what was it?
Sharara?
Sharara was too heavy for, and I'm used to, maybe I just need to warm up to her wearing like the more mature looks.
Yeah, like, but that wasn't mature. It was a
The
sharara.
outfit, like, I don't know,
Yeah.
it was like
I think
too
we're so
heavy.
used to seeing her do the light and breezy,
Possibly.
like whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't mind it.
Sometimes we do disagree, in case you didn't realize.
It happens. It happens. Light and breezy. Kareena Kapoor.
Oh yeah, in the
Khan.
Hensley by Neha Kapoor, and you know we've been featuring Neha and wearing her own a lot on the the Emmy red carpets and all
Yeah.
the TV award shows in Hollywood. So it was really nice to see that the label is now finding its way to some of our Bolly celebs. So hopefully we'll see a lot more of
More,
Hensley.
yeah.
I really want some of like her pants and stuff.
Oh, they're so good. Especially
so
the
nice.
super flared ones.
Super
Is that what
flared,
we're talking
right?
about?
It's really, really
oh, yeah,
good.
really good. And then, we can't leave the gentleman out.
Oh yeah. Well, we already, some of you did not like Ranveer Singh in his Paul Smith, but guess what? Diljit wore the same Paul Smith at the Golden Petal Awards last night, but he wore Gucci logo sneakers, whereas
I think he wore
Ranveer wore
slides.
Adidas slides. So I don't know which part of it you hated. You probably hated the footwear. So
I was going to say that, I mean, we liked it. I liked it. I like Ranveer.
it's Ranveer. You're
Yeah.
always going to find like one offbeat thing with him,
Yeah.
so he makes it work.
Dude, he makes it work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Diljit,
I don't know.
we're still, the jury's out on whether we
Yeah.
liked it or better on him or not.
Yeah.
We'll post about it.
We'll talk about it. So that was the roundup. Are we missing anybody, you think?
I don't think so. I think we're missing some of the special mentions for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, but I can't think of anybody right now.
We
We have Ravina, who did really well. We have Pragya in her Rohit Gandhi, Rahul Khanna.
yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, please tell us in the comment section if you think we're missing somebody. And while you're in the comment section, tell us what you would like to see next in terms of videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you again
Next
very soon.
week. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.